back to another episode of
Useful or Not.
Brought to you by Fart Associates,
Adaptable Arms,
and the Sentinel Training Range.
Here we go again. Now, sometimes we don't get told what something is before this, because, this is our initial reaction, but sometimes we get a
warning
little
to kind of
preface, saying, hey,
Yeah.
maybe not throw this box across the room at each other. So we did get that warning with this one, so God help us, we have no clue what's in here. So, well, okay, let's see it.
Can I open it?
Yes.
a flaming bag of
Open
dog
the-
poop.
Fred
For you.
It's fragile.
It's French.
Alright, where is
It's wrapped like a Christmas present.
See? Fragile. Now, we don't have it.
It's just paper. Fire started, it's just paper.
There's
Oh, man.
no card for this one.
It's cute.
Oh.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah, don't get smash!
Now, obviously, it's an oil lamp. I mean, people use these. People still do use these up now. Mind you, where we live, there's lots of camps that believe it. I mean,
Yeah.
but we lose power a lot. And
Yes.
honestly, if
Yeah,
you have
these
the
are
oil
useful.
fuel to spare, these are great. I mean, there's only one adjustment on it, and that's the wick height. So
Up
these things
and
work out
down.
pretty good. And it does seem to have a little. Oh, I see.
The little reflector.
Yellow reflector. I mean, it's pretty neat. I don't know if it's anything special to compare to what I've seen before, but if you've never seen one of these, people use these up until what? I mean, well, they still do, but
Still
I mean,
do, yeah.
they use
Early
whale oil
early
in them.
1900s, they were, yeah.
So basically, it's just a wick. This one's glass. You put your fuel oil in here, and then slide your wick in and screw the top on. I know this looks super dangerous and stuff, but fuel oil doesn't burn the same way as gasoline or anything like that, so it is much safer.
And if you have seen some of our other episodes, we will try and not light our tablecloth on fire.
when he says try,
Well,
We never try, but we usually succeed.
lamp oil. Now, one thing with these kind of lamps, so the wick is in the bottom, right? The wick is down there. You want to run the wick down. You want to be able to leave that wick soak in the oil for a while, and it'll basically kind of work its way up the wick.
The wick, yes.
And then when you go to light it, bring the wick up slightly so you can light her off.
And if you adjust these too much, you will get a black smoke.
And you don't want that.
Real soot. It's
So
nasty.
what Tom's saying is that wick height, you want to just bring it to where you have a nice solid
Glow.
kernel flame,
Yeah.
and then now I don't know this one does it. Yeah, it does. So you basically just take your top off. You can light it and then slide the top
And of
right back
course,
on.
none of us have a lighter
well,
or matches.
No,
I have to kind of give credit where it's due. Honestly, to me, this looks nice. For granted, I don't know what this is.
That's just your
that's your
reflector.
Reflector.
This versus a candle?
This
And a
all day
power
long.
outage.
This all day long.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, that will last a while. but-
This is gonna last a long time.
It's also a lot safer.
Now,
Yeah, if you're not-
comparatively, if you've never seen them, they do make prepackaged quote emergency candles.
Yes.
It's basically like a very rudimentary version of this wick, built into like literally a plastic body with the lamp oil in
And
it.
you gotta pull the wick up
Yeah.
with tweezers.
Now they
or
do
something.
last a long time,
Yes.
but I would rather have something I could refuel and
Exactly.
maintain, because the wick eventually, once you burn through this entire wick, you'll eventually need to put a new wick in it. But dude, how long do you have to burn this to?
I mean, I'm surprised that you can still find these around.
And you can find the antique, the older
the
antique
older
versions too.
ones.
But I mean, the fact that they still make this, that should tell you something. Something so simple, still made today. Now this is lamp oil, right? This is made for a lamp. This is what they put in it.
And
But
I think
can you use other things in these? Yes.
Yes.
Some not as great as others. Some like edible oils, yeah,
Yes.
but
Could you
this
use
is much
alcohol?
more viscous. So, yeah.
do not swallow.
you do not want to eat lamp oil. I'm pretty sure. And like I said, they used to use all kind of different oils in these. Basically rendered down animal oils, stuff like that. They do use this is a petroleum-based oil and stuff, but I can already tell you, I know I find these useful.
Very useful.
Now the question to this one for me is like, this is really going to revolve around price for me. I mean, how cheap can you really make something like this? You got glass involved, you got a metal, you got the wick, you got another piece of glass. How cheap can you make something like this?
I'm going to say probably
no.
$12.
What do you think?
Honestly, I think it's really pretty, so $14.99.
Oh my God, he's pretty.
Maybe that person.
He's giving us the pretty.
So you're around $15. Yeah. I'm gonna say closer to like I said, I'm gonna be closer to $20. I'm gonna say $17. What do you think?
I'm too embarrassed to even say this.
How much?
$14.99.
$1.
What?
Yes.
I should just give
I don't know
it
if
to
you guys can see this. It says $1.
What?
I gotta be honest. Now hold on. Now we gotta get some context here. Where was this gotten?
Yeah, where?
Somewhere
Yard
local.
sale?
Again? Somewhere local. Okay.
So, this is another product from a certain type of store that we have local, and you might have those types of areas where they're they're a retailer that they take like seconds and like leftover stuff from other stores and they resell them for cheap. This was $1 at that store. I'm going to tell you flat out. You find these for $1, you find them for $5.
You better buy a few of them.
Get you some. Get you some. This is look. Think about this. This is a controlled flame. Not a lot of heat coming off of it, but lots of light.
Yeah.
You can refill it. You can maintain it. This is a survival item. This is a long-term survival item.
And remember, people used to light homes with these lamps and read and do regular activities with them. So
I mean, obviously, you have all the normal safety stuff. You have an open flame sitting on top of fuel, so we don't want to we broke it and tossed it or whatever. But I mean, dude, that's no brainer for me. No brainer.
Also, plus, like if you set it up, simply just place it on like a table that you commonly go to. When the power goes up, just good.
If this room was completely pitch black and you had this lit in here, you could maneuver around.
Hangs on a wall.
Yeah, I mean you can hang on a wall.
Or even just something to carry it by if you're walking.
And if you ever seen you can see how they used to have them, but they used to have a similar item. Either you just placed a candle in it and had like a reflector on it with a handle, or they had a similar thing to this where you basically walked around with it with a bigger reflector around it, and it was like a flashlight, a rudimentary flashlight.
Original cars and vehicles had oil lamp headlights. I mean, look, horse and buggy used to use them.
Even today, how much would you like? I don't think of it in terms of the item either. How much would you pay in an emergency or disaster situation if you only needed light for that one night, or even let's say, what is that worth to you to have light that would last? Especially if you had maybe some fuel sitting inside. Dude, I mean, no brainer.
That's cheaper than a new set of batteries.
Yeah.
And how long does this last sitting around? Probably forever. Yeah. That lasts forever, just sitting around waiting for you to use it.
You're probably getting 6-8 hours of burn out of that little bit of oil.
Oh yeah. So I don't mean, geez, you probably get what? Probably how many refills out of that?
I'm not even gonna guess.
10? Easy?
Probably even more, I was gonna say.
You could. So you could have weeks of light. I just one thing with that if you did it right. I'm giving it a big thumbs up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Useful.
This is just something
useful.
I get put on the table.
Useful for $1.
Useful and just literally buy.
Dude, you see 20 of these for $1, you better be buying 20 of them. So, I'm kind of flabbergasted still from the buck, but So anyway,
like us,
subscribe,
and ring that bell.
We'll see you on the next episode.